Hello and welcome to the Netflix Silver Cup series. Here at Dover. Now, we've just completed the first lap of qualifying. There will be 2 laps. Blake Hochschild so far on the pole. He has not had a very good season. Now, sorry if there will be some lag during this video. I'm running everything on their graphics at maximum. Everything on maximum. And I'm compressing the last race, Watkins Glen, at the same time. So sorry if there is some lag. It is not intentional. So getting ready to come around and complete the second lap of qualifying pretty soon. So Blake Hochschild on the pole so far. Then it's going to be John Garnes, Luis Hernandez, Chaz Orlando, James Elliott, Jeremy Miller, Dominic Koches, Mason Wood, Dakota Brandon, PowerQuest, Matthew Blinsky, Cody Lamas, Eddie Neiman, Zach Warren, Stephen Pollard III, Anthony Rickey, Corey Williams, Dylan Schwallenberg, Eugene Max, and Brandon Guns in last. And I think Garnd was originally somewhere down here, so I do think that they already completed their second lap. So sorry about missing that, if I did. This is a pretty small track. It's a 1 miler. Its nickname is the Monster. So getting ready to end the race here. Now this is on 10%, and it's going to be a 40 lap race, so we can expect some good racing here. So here we are, coming into race. So, Blake Hochschild on the pole. As we'll take a look through these sexy cars here. So we'll just scroll through the field here in a second. So Cody Lamas there starting in the back also. Alongside with him is Brandon Guns, but they're not having too well of seasons, so it doesn't matter for them. But one of the championship contenders, John Garnes starting in second. Blake Hochschild not normally up front. Now for the most famous words in motorsports.
On behalf of the many great folks at Bass Pro Shops, Tracker, and MB&A, gentlemen, start your engines!
Business as usual today, buddy. Nice and easy. Your seatbelt's a little tight for me, buddy. You're ready to rock and roll. Buddy, be ready here now. Fill that thing out real good here for the first lap or so. Make sure you got a good feel for it.
So they're all fired up as the pace car is already pulled off. Blake Hochschild not normally up front, but he is going to be this time. Coming around, coming out of 4. The green flag will wave. Starting off this race here at Dover. It's going to be a good one, I can tell already. So Blake Hochschild already up fast there. Luis Hernandez is going to go for second. And James Elliott just dive bombed it there. Right on the back of that 6. Oh, as they hit the wall. Eddie Neiman and Stephen Pollard III. They're 4 wide. They're jumping out of line. They're getting really close to the wall. PowerQuest. Oh, geez, they're really close to each other. This could really potentially cause a huge crash. Brandon Guns going up into Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas goes around. Not much damage on that car. Just a little bit on the side there. Let's see what happens here. So coming into this turn, they're 4 wide. Brandon Guns. Oh boy. Right there. Squeezing Cody Lamas there. And Cody Lamas goes up in a power quest in Mason Wood there. Ooh. He just goes around, but not much damage. I don't think that he's even going to have to pit. So both of these cars, basically all these cars here, all looking good. So Blake Hochschild has the lead right now, which is really surprising. He's usually around 16th. At Watkins Glen, as we saw just in the last race last week, he finished dead last. So the pace car pulling out right now. Luis Fernandez is going to be second, James Elliott third, Jeremy Miller fourth, and John Garnes fifth. So Luis Fernandez, James Elliott, possibly Jeremy Miller, and John Garnes are all contending for points. Really, they really need these because they're some of the top championship contenders. So we're on lap 4 of 40, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Netflix Silver Cup Series. We're here at Dover International Speedway. Blake Hochschild leads, which is usually unusual, because Blake Hochschild usually is running in the back. These cautions laps sure do take forever. This speed, you have to go slow around this track. It's James Elliott right there in third, Luis Hernandez in second, right behind Blake Hochschild. See if they can make any moves. Pace car pulling off as they enter turn 3 and exit turn 4. Flagman getting ready to change his flags, and there he is. He has it in his hand, and the green flag is out. Blake Hochschild right there in the lead. Luis Hernandez right there in second. Oh, and Jeremy Miller going to go right under James Elliott, trying to get third. Dakota Brandon also going to follow, as the whole inside line is going to go with him. Oh, James Elliott in the wall. Cars shuffle. Right back here. Oh my goodness gracious. All those cars just made it through that. I had to scroll through the field there to see if anybody got spun, but everybody somehow made it through. That was an amazing save by everybody there. Just a couple cars riding up against on the high line. And Jeremy Miller going to go to the bottom. He's going to take the lead. Blake Hochschild not having it today. He's going to drop back to third now. Dakota Brandon also, you don't see him up front usually. He's going to take second. Jeremy Miller has taken the lead. We're here on lap 9 of 40, coming to lap 10. The caution flag is out. Corey Williams with massive damage. Let's see what happened here. I do not even know. Oh boy. Oh, this did not look good. Eddie Neiman slides up into him there. Oh, did he get Dominic Cotras? Yeah, he does. He squeezes him up in the wall. Oh, and he takes it back out, Eddie Neiman with him. Oh, hard into the inside wall. And he's just going to come back up the track. Looks like he gets almost up to speed. Mason Wood didn't have enough time to slow down. As we're watching this in slow motion, by the way, so that's why it looks like he had enough time, but he didn't. Mason Wood did not expect Corey Williams to come back up the track. Didn't have enough time to brake. Mason Wood with massive damage on the front end of that car. Corey Williams is done for the day. He's going back to live here. And Jeremy Miller has taken the lead. Lap 11 of 40, coming to lap 12, I think. Oh boy. That's one crazy restart right there. So there's Dakota Brandon in second and Blake Hochschild third. He fell back. Then we're going to have Matthew Belinsky in fourth and John Garnes in fifth. So yeah, there he is, Matthew Belinsky. Then we're going to have John Garnes in fifth. Matthew Belinsky blew up last time at Watkins Glen, which is sad, but John Garner in 5th. We're going to have Luis Hernandez in 6th. We're going to have Eugene Max 7th. He's running pretty good for this week. You don't usually see him up front. He's had a good couple races for these past couple of weeks. So yeah, at Lowe's number 90. We're going to have James Elliott next. He's going to be 8th. James Elliott is usually up front. And once again, you're going to see him up front. We're going to have Stephen Pollard III. Stephen Pollard III, sorry. And then we're going to have Anthony Ricky in that 5 Pepsi Max car. He is running 10th. Then we're going to have Dominic Cotras in 11th. That 17 amp energy car. He won last week. Then we're going to have Power Quest in the 5 Finger Chevrolet. Then Brandon Guns in 13th. Zach Warren 14th in the Puma Chevrolet. Next we're going to have Eddie Neiman. And then Dylan Schwallenberg, Chaz Orlando, Cody Lamas, and Mason Wood. Mason Wood with massive damage on the front of that car. So you can see there, no hood, came down the pits and got that all repaired. Coming around to complete another pace lap here. And the pace lights are going to come off. So they're not going to go to commercials. If they were going to stay on, I would have cut to commercials there, but we're not. So Jeremy Miller leads that 11 Red Bull car. We're going to have Dakota Brandon, Blake Hochschild, Matthew Valinsky. So coming around here. Oh boy. See what I mean? These caution laps take forever. And now we're coming into turn 3. Pace car's gonna get ready to pull off now. Good thing. So Jeremy Miller gonna lead him down. Dakota Brandon 2nd, Blake Hochschild 3rd, Matthew Valinsky 4th, and John Garnes 5th. Coming into turn 4. Here we go. Jeremy Miller gonna lead him down. Green flag is out. Jeremy Miller with a pretty good start there. Matthew Valinsky gonna try to get around Blake Hochschild here. There he is right there on the back bumper. And Dakota Brandon catching up to Jeremy Miller there. Blake Hochschild really close to the wall. Oh, and Eugene Max getting in James Elliott there. He bounced off that wall. No damage to James Elliott, I do not think. There's a huge pack here. So Jeremy Miller pulling away from Dakota Brandon. Oh boy, this is exciting. And Matthew Valinsky right there. Oh my goodness. Here they are. Really close to each other. We've already seen 2 cautions. And these cars just getting too close to each other. Every time you're next to that wall and you bounce off of it, you're going to get into somebody there. Yep, Dakota Brandon's starting to lose ground off of Jeremy Miller. And Blake Hochschild's starting to fall back also. But Matthew Valinsky can't seem to get around him, which is strange. Because it looks like Matthew Valinsky has a faster car. Matthew Valinsky gonna go to the inside of Blake Hochschild. So going to turn 3 there, can't quite do it. Matthew Valinsky gonna go up the track a little bit. It's John Garnes. I don't know what's wrong with Matthew Valinsky's car there. As you can see here, he goes up the track quite a bit. You don't see Blake Hochschild nor John Garnes go up the track that much. I don't know why his car is so loose, but he keeps going up the track every single time. Jeremy Miller Right there in the lead. John Garnes trying to catch up to Matthew Belinsky there. Then there's going to be Luis Hernandez. Eugene DeMax almost getting into James Elliott again. They get really close here. Oh boy, contact. No contact. That was close right there. Eugene DeMax going to go to the inside of James Elliott, forcing him up the track. He's going to get really close to the wall. Oh, almost getting into Eugene DeMax there. Really close. Oh, really close racing. Oh, my goodness. These cars get really close, and that's when wrecks happen. Both of those cars are doing great right now. They can hold on to them. I do not know how. But they are holding on to these cars. Oh, my goodness. As, here's Dominic Cautious. Oh, boy. He's going to go up the track. See, as you can see, if you're on the outside lane and everybody's trying to get past you, it's really hard because you get right up next to that wall. It's really, really hard. There's Zach Warren right there. That's the battle for, like, last. Eddie Neiman not having too great of a day. He's usually running up front. I don't know what's wrong with his car. But right now he's running pretty good in the points. He's the points leader, actually. Which is strange because he has not done good these past couple of races. He won one race, which was the first race, and somehow he's still holding on to the points lead. Whew. So nobody's caught up yet. John Garnes starting to fall off of Matthew Belinsky. Most of the leaders up here are single file. As Luis Hernandez still trying to catch up. Yeah, Jeremy Miller starting to pull away. But Stephen Pollard III has caught up to James Elliott. James Elliott going to go to the inside of Eugene DeMax. They just keep flip-flopping. But Stephen Pollard III, the newest driver in this series, he's actually running 9th right now. Good top 10 finish would be good for them. James Elliott just, really close. James Elliott and Eugene DeMax, I'm seeing a rivalry form here because they are getting really close to each other's cars. So you can hear them shouting at each other over the radio. Oh my goodness, Matthew Belinsky. I don't know what's wrong with Matthew Belinsky. His car gets so close to the wall. As you can see, John Garnes not doing that. Look at that. Look at how close he gets to the wall. His car is really loose. If he gets a chance, he's going to have to come in pit and make some adjustments because that car is really loose. He keeps yelling it. His car is so loose and he gets so close to the wall. It's really strange. Don't know what's up with this car. And somehow, even with running up next to the wall, John Garnes isn't catching him. I don't know if Matthew Belinsky is using his loose car to his advantage or not. But Jeremy Miller passing the lap car of Mason Wood. Mason Wood ruled engine damage after being involved with a wreck with Corey Williams. And then we're going to have Dakota Brain in there in second. Trying to catch up to Mason Wood. But he is way far away. Dakota Brain in 4 seconds back. He is even further away than he was a long time ago. And now he's going to catch up to Mason Wood. Well, Mason Wood running the Highline since he's one of those cars. But ain't even going to try to go around Zach Warren. Oh my goodness! And Dominic Cautious, oh my goodness, almost turns Brandon Guns. Look at this. This has got to be the best save of Netflix Silver Cup Series yet. Look at that. Dominic Cautious slides up into Brandon Guns, almost turning him. That is really, really, really close racing action there. I don't know how Dominic Cautious or Brandon Guns could hold those cars. That was amazing. Stephen Pollard III has gone around James Elliott. Now he's going to get around Eugene DeMax here. That's going to move Stephen Pollard III to 7th. Yep, there he is. He's going to be scored 7th of that lap. And Eugene DeMax giving him plenty of room. He's a good racer. We've seen Eugene DeMax run cleanly in basically every series. He runs really clean. That's a good thing about him. He's just not careful. He always gets into wrecks a lot. So now Eddie Neiman, right there, gonna get lapped. So you can see he's gonna lap Zach Warren there. So now Zach Warren a lap down. Trying to find some cars here. Not much battle on the track right now. Many cars lap down. Mostly single file racing action here. Eugene Max right there behind Stephen Ford the third. As apparently there's a caution flag out now. I'm not sure for what yet, but as they race back to the line here. And they're saying debris right about there, as you can see on the very end of the safer barrier, saying it's a water bottle, which is kind of a stupid decision. I don't know why Netflix would throw the caution for that, unless they're gonna hit the water bottle, and if they do, I don't think it's gonna really hurt the cars. So it's kind of a stupid decision from Netflix right there, but they did it anyways. So Jeremy Miller is gonna lead. And I just realized there's less than 10 laps to go, so you're not gonna line up double file. So the only way Dakota Brandon could get him would be to get around all those lap cars. So you can see all the cars catching up right now. Jeremy Miller right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7 or 8 lap cars gonna be between Dakota Brandon and Jeremy Miller. Powerco's going to be the first car lap down. So all the cars looks like they've caught up. So we'll be right back with the Netflix Cup Series here at Dover International Speedway. Welcome back once again to the Netflix Silver Cup Series. This is going to be the last caution for the race. Jeremy Miller is your leader, and yeah, the pace car is getting ready to pull off, and so Dakota Brandon's gonna have to pass a lot of lap cars. So I really don't think he's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna have a lot of cars to pass. All of them are lap cars. He's currently 3.5 seconds back with all these lap cars in the way, and it would take a miracle for this whole thing to pull off. And the green flag is out. It's gonna be a green-white. It's going to be green and white, then checkered, because the green and white are going to be on the same lap. If you know what I'm saying. If I'm confusing you, just ignore it. So Jeremy Miller is going to be way ahead, and there's no way that Dakota Brandon is going to be able to catch him. But here he goes. Jeremy Miller is going to win here at Dover. Oh man, Luis Fernandez getting really close to Eugene to Max there, coming off the wall. So Jeremy Miller is going to win. Then we're going to have Dakota Brandon, then Blake Hochschild, then Matthew Belinsky, and then John Garnes. That's going to be your top 5 finishing results. Jeremy Miller had an incredible car the whole day. So we're going to look as all these cars are coming in the pit now. But Jeremy Miller, if it would have stayed green, he would have won anyways. So shut up, people that wanted it to stay green. It doesn't matter. Nothing changed. There was nothing different. Okay? It wouldn't have made a difference if I would have kept it green. So shut up. But anyways, so yep, as here they are all coming into pit road. Yeah, great job to Jeremy Miller there. So your finishing results is gonna be right here. We're going to have Jeremy Miller, Dakota Brandon, Blake Hochschild, Matthew Belinsky, John Garnes, Luis Fernandez, Eugene Max, James Elliott, Stephen Pollard III, Dylan Schwallenberg, Anthony Ricky. And Power Quest is going to be the first car a lap down. Anthony Ricky was the last car on the lead lap. Then we're going to have Zach Warren, Eddie Neiman, Brandon Guntz, Dominic Cotras, who those two earlier on in the race had the most amazing save ever. It was amazing. It was crazy. So then Chaz Orlando, Mason Wood, Cody Lamas, and Corey Williams both were out. Cody Lamas and Corey Williams were. Cody Lamas got wrecked in the very third lap, I think it was, and then he got spun out again, so that just killed the camshaft in that car. We're gonna have Corey Williams, who was involved in an accident on the last wreck from earlier. So, yep. Great job to Jeremy Miller. Yep, there he goes, and yeah. So Jeremy Miller wins, and we thank y'all for watching the Netflix Silver Cup Series race here at Dover. We'll see y'all next time at whatever track that we're doing.